George Foreman's KO Boxing.
Hello and welcome to Battle of the Ports. With the great George Foreman recently passing away, I thought it would be a good time to take a look at his very own video game. Only issue is that names such as Beam Software and Acclaim are involved. Can any of the games match the performance of the man himself? Let's take a look. George Foreman's KO Boxing first saw a release on the Mega Drive in Europe, released on January 24th, 1992 and developed by Beam Software, a developer known for a lot of crap. You assume the role of George Foreman, who at 43 years old is pursuing the quest to become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world by uniting the title belts of 3 fictional boxing circuits. The gameplay is almost identical to Beam Software's previous boxing game, Power Punch 2. Players are given the option to block the opponent's attempted punches, evade in 2 different directions, and throw a wide variety of punches. Victory in a match can be won by a knockout, technical knockout, or by decision. A knockout requires a boxer to knock his opponent down 4 times in a 3-round match. On the 4th knockdown, the downed boxer will fail to answer the 10 count. A technical knockout is awarded if a boxer is knocked down 3 times in a single round. If neither of these occur by the end of the 3rd round, one boxer is declared the winner by judge's decision, which is determined by each boxer's punches thrown and landed, knockdowns and total damage done. Unfortunately, none of the above matters as this game is bloody awful. You have basically 0 movement, a few lousy punches, a weak ass block, and that's it. It's also incredibly difficult to win. And what about the password system? Truly someone was on something when thinking this crap was practical. This truly is a shitty game, but that's what is expected from a game developed by Beam Software and published by Acclaim, or their Flying Edge label in the case of Sega releases.
You're out!
George Foreman's KO Boxing.
Next up is the Super Nintendo version, which came out 9 months after the Mega Drive. This must have given Beam Software plenty of time to polish this turd, or at least you would have thought so. Sadly, this is just the same as the Mega Drive version, with a bit more colour and slightly clearer sound in some areas. Yep, it's still the same broken mess with incredibly tough enemies, and the same ass backwards password system. Can we expect the NES port to be any better? Well, it looks okay and has some nice beefy bass effects that sell the illusion of hitting the opponent, but again, the core gameplay is identical to the 2 previous versions. Didn't Beam Software even think back and think, you know what, this is a bit of a turd, why don't we try and improve it? Gameboy next, and what on earth is this? A digitized image of Foreman versus a cartoon drawing? Seriously? Again, this is no different, but at least you can spam the punches on this port. Not that it makes any difference, as the opponent's power punch is still twice as powerful as your own. But at least the referee makes an appearance in this port during the actual fight, unlike on the NES. Like all the previous versions, the Master System version was developed by Sims, and is basically a reskinning of Heavyweight Champ. While the front end of the game has been given a lick of polish, the actual main game looks uglier in my opinion. Still, this is by far the more polished game so far. While Heavyweight Champ was never a great game, it sure is better than Beam Software's developed George Foreman games. In this version, you have the standard left and right punch, as well as super punches, but can also move forward and backwards, as well as duck. Like I said, this isn't a great game, but compared to those that came before it, at least this provides some enjoyment. And finally we end with the Game Gear version, which is also a reskinning of Heavyweight Champ, and as such is identical to the Master System game in terms of gameplay. And let's take a look at all those versions of George Foreman's KO Boxing running side by side.